again. To this day, he's suffering from PTSD. We have men and women in our country suffering the trauma that they live with every single day. So us being here is just so small. And when we say end SARS, we must be very tactical about what that means. We're not saying we want them to be disbanded. We're not asking for a reform. We want justice. We want these people who are killing our brothers, who are killing our sisters, to go to court, to go to jail, to be tried, to go to jail. That's what we're asking for when we say end SARS. No justice?
No peace.
No justice?
No peace.
No justice?
No peace.
Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I like this. Can you raise that sign up for me? I want us to stand in solidarity again. We're going to read off the names of victims of SARS because this is very important, all right? So when I say the names, you just say the names after me. Emmanuel Ego. Daniel Adewoyi. Chibuke Anams. Ayomide Taiwo. Ifeoma Abogu. Kolade Johnson. Jimo Isia. Peter Iforo. Tina Ezekwe. Tony Oroma. Harry Ataria. End SARS. End SARS. End SARS. Now, next person I want to introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, is one of our artists out here. He goes by the name of Poppy Ojo. Let's have a big round of applause for Poppy Ojo.
Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. Once again, thank each and every single one of you guys for coming out here. It's not easy. Some of us miss work. Some of us are missing money, but we're here because we have one mission. And that mission is to what?
End SARS.
That mission is to what?
End SARS.
For a lot of people like you or like me, I came here when I was 11 years old, feel me? So I didn't really personally get to experience what my cousins, my uncles, my aunties are experiencing back home. But that doesn't mean that we can't do stuff to help people back home. We have family members, we have friends, classmates that are going through these things. I saw a video yesterday of a guy getting shot for no reason, for just standing. Me personally, I've not experienced it as a man, but my family has experienced it. I lost my uncle to SARS. My uncle was a businessman. On his way to work, SARS were chasing people left and right. They saw my uncle. My uncle is very well kept, like he's very clean. Because my uncle is looking fresh, walking to work, they chased him to a river. My uncle falls in the water, can't swim. He's drowning. And then they all surround him watching him, saying that if anybody helped the guy come out the water, they will shoot him. That's how my uncle lost his life. I live with my grandma. Till today, she still cries over that situation. So imagine me being here, not understanding what's going on, back home, seeing my grandma when she wake up, on a random day, everybody else in the family is happy eating, and my grandma stumbles upon a video of somebody getting shot by SARS. She starts to cry again. And I'm there like, what's going on? You feel me? It's very sad. And I feel like as I'm here right now, I'm getting very emotional because we won't feel what they're feeling back home. We could say end SARS, end SARS, end SARS. We will never feel that pain that they're feeling back home. And for me, I know personally for me when I heard that story, I haven't been back home since I've been here. And I'm 23 years old now. I came when I was 11 years old. I've not gone back one time. And that's because myself, I'm afraid of my own country. I'm afraid. My mom would tell me, Stephen, go. I said, I'm not going. Uncle Ola died in Nigeria. I lost 2 uncles to SARS. 2. My grandma gave birth to three boys, 3 girls. She lost 2. My dad is the only one left. Imagine her sorrow. I can't go back there. I'm afraid. But today, seeing as we're all united, it has given me the strength to go back home in whatever way I can to make change. And I'm begging each and every single one of us, as I said, that are afraid like me. Because as I'm standing here, I'm saying it, but I'm still scared. But I can't keep living in fear anymore because I have so much cousins back home that call me like, Brad Stephen, please help. If I get a call tomorrow that my cousins are dead because of SARS, am I going to say I'm not going to go back home because I'm afraid to go and bury my cousin? No. We can't be afraid no more. So guys, please please, in whatever way we can, money, posting, whatever we can, please, guys, I'm pleading, and I'm making a promise to myself and to everybody back home in Nigeria, in whatever way I can, I'm gonna help. And I want each and every single one of us to make that promise too, because it might not be your brother, it might not be your sister, but who wants to see their peers die? I watched this video of this guy, this old man yesterday, crying that they killed his son. And I felt like I was that man's son. If it was you that lost the son, how would you feel? So we have to put ourselves in that position and we have to fight together. So guys, please, I'm begging. Please, let's help. In whatever we can, let's help. Thank you.
I think he said something very important, that even though he was afraid, that he is afraid, he still wants to go back home and make that change. All of us have had plans to go back home in December. It's not only about jaye, popping bottles, zango, all of that stuff. Because right now we have issues facing us. We have our brothers and sisters back home that definitely need our help, like he said. So when we are out there, for those of us that are going this December, keep in mind what the mission is. You don't want to just say end SARS now just to look good for social media or just look good for your friends, and people are still suffering. We want to make sure that we are taking this message from now till SARS is no more. That's how we need to do it. All right? When I say end SARS, you say now. End SARS. End SARS. End SARS. End SARS. So we have our next one. So once again as well, if you're posting, if you are putting anything on social media, end SARS now, end SARS NYC. So we have Martin's next up sharing his story as well. Let's make a round of applause bigger, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, let's keep that round of applause going.
End SARS. End SARS. I've heard a lot of people share their stories about SARS, and it often has to do with having dreads or piercings or tattoos. But that's a half story, because I have no dreads, no piercings, no tattoos. And in 2 years, I've had 4 encounters with SARS that cost me over 100,000 naira in cash. The very first time, I just went shopping with my boys, went on vacation in Lagos. We got some new phones, we were in a taxify. And in the hold up in the traffic, they just came with civilian uniforms, flashing their gun and ID card, and told us to come out. So I was riding shotgun, I was in the front seat, and I'm just stubborn as hell because I went to the military school myself. So I refused to come out, and before I knew what was happening, my boys were in the Moluwe explaining themselves. So when I came out, they bundled me in, took our phones, made us unlock our phones at gunpoint, and they started checking our email, our galleries, and they were going through our bank alerts. It made us open our mobile phone bank apps to see how much we had in different accounts. And they started driving us around and started looking at our pictures. And the only way we were able to leave was God was so kind. At that very point in time, my dad started to call. And they had no choice but to let me pick my phone. And they're like, oh, you be Christian boy, you love your father, you love your papa, how God let you go. And then you drop out at the random bus stop. That same day, I don't know if it was God's sign that I shouldn't have been in Lagos, but that same day in the evening, we were about to go get dinner, and they stopped us again in a different area of Lagos on the mainland at Topemu. And this time they were like, okay, I'll be Yahoo boy, see your fingernail long. Now we can use the control for night. I was like, what does the length of my fingernails have anything to do with being a criminal or being anything? And we showed them our office ID cards, nothing changed. And the only way we left was when you gave them 5K. The first time was the last time I had encounter with these people. And it was the worst, because then I just lost both grandparents, buried them, I just got back to Lagos. Again, I was in Taxify, which makes me start to think, are these guys working with SARS? Because somehow, they always drive to where the SARS are stationed, and when they are harassing us, they say nothing. And all they want to do is, okay, make I end the trip, they go. What the fuck are you saying? You're going to leave me here in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day with these guys. And it's always been terrible. So like, I want to change the narrative that it has nothing to do with how you appear, how you're dressed, what qualifications you have. Everybody's a target, regardless of gender or regardless of the sexual orientation. It doesn't make any difference to them. All they want is their money. And in my case, they didn't even want transfers. like, oh, so you want transfer to go fit Trackers Babi? They took me to the ATM at gunpoint and made me withdraw 100,000 naira in cash. What was my crime? My driving permit was 2 months expired, and I didn't bother renewing it because I knew I was leaving in the next month. And that was why they took 100,000 naira from me and my cousin in cash, right there in Lekki at Lekki Gate. So SARS is evil, and it is not a representation of Nigerian mentality or anything. They are spawns of hell. And this thing has been happening since the days of the Bible, because even in Luke 4:13, Jesus tells the soldiers, like, you don't need to extort people or kill people falsely. Be content with your wages. If you don't believe me, you have the Bible, you can look it up. So this is just pure evil. It's not Nigerian evil. It's not African evil. It's just evil. And with all I want to say is, whatever you can do to support, cash, online trends, whatever, just support. Everyone is a target. Nobody is safe. Don't be fooled. Nobody is safe. End SARS. End SARS. And one more thing, because some people are like getting satisfied with the reform. That reform is bobo, is wash. They changed the name from NEPA to PHCN. How far? Like they? No. They want to change the name from SARS to anti-kidnapping or anti-cultism. They are rebranding criminals. End SARS is not a marketing campaign. It's not a rebranding issue. You can't rebrand evil. Evil is evil. You can't change it to water. It doesn't make it safe. It's still the same poison. We need those people arrested. We need them put behind bars. We need their guns taken away from them, because if you disband them and they live with their guns, they'll just become the full-blooded criminals that they are. Period. Answers.